Hello everyone, it's Georgia here, and today it is the 15th of April 2020, and I've just completed my beautiful walk in the sun, and there's this slight wind as well, and it's just amazing and magical, and I just love coming for my everyday walks and breathing some beautiful fresh air and being out in nature and just absorbing what this beautiful earth has to offer. Because I know a lot of us have been indoors for the time being. We do still have the opportunity to walk out and go for a walk or cycle, at least here in Australia, which I'm really grateful for, and have the blessing of being here at this time during this whole what we've named pandemic, and I just feel really grateful for that. And I know in many other places and countries there are other restrictions, there are other obligations that people have, there are other ways of doing things and thinking, and I feel that is one of the biggest topics at the moment of how do you deal with it all, how do you be inside of all, and how do you pass your time, and also do you question what is going on around you? Because I feel it's a time to look deep into everything, to look deep into yourself and see where you want to progress and grow and expand in your life. Look deep into what's happening around us in a sense of the virus and so many other things that are around us. Look deep into what is the media telling us and the radio and what we're reading online. I feel it's a really good time to give yourself some space to look into your own personal truth. What is your truth? Where do you stand with it all? And how do you apply that into your life? Do you feel obligated to be a certain way? Or do you go by the masses, and do you go by what people tell you to do, how to be, and where to go? I really feel it is a time to really step into that. So why am I saying all this? Because I just feel it is a blessing to have this space for ourselves, even though it feels uncomfortable, it feels odd, and it feels abnormal in some way from what we've always known. But it is a blessing because we can see the truth within us, and what is our truth. So I know from a little girl I've always been, how can I say, pulled towards certain things in my life, and I've always loved to know about the psychology of myself and others. I like to know how people feel. I like to understand the greater picture in the world and why are we here? What is our purpose? What do we do in this life and on this earth? And they can be really deep questions. And I remember once when I was in Greece, living there when I was younger, and I was in the bus and I was with a friend of mine, and we were right at the end of the bus, standing there and looking outside at the window and looking at the cars behind us. And we were just being philosophers, right? And we were just saying, why are we living? How did we get here? Who is God? Questioning all these big questions that, in some way, to a degree, most of us, if not all of us, have done that. And and these are big questions, and sometimes they can become really overwhelming. But if you look deep into it, I think it's a process and a progress that we go through, and we discover more and more and more what is it that we're doing, who we are, why we're here, if there is God, or if there isn't God, or whatever you believe in. what, looking at your belief systems, and then discovering more and more what is your truth. And at the end of the day, is that truth your real truth, or do you rediscover your truth? I feel though there is parts of that, or an element or elements of that, that is always the foundation of your real authentic truth. And it's important in these times right now to really look beyond of what's going on around us, what's happening around us, how we feel about it, how we interpret things, if it sits well with us. Do we go in fear-based mode, or do we experience it with an open mind and an open heart and look at, what's my experience inside of that, and really discover our own truth? Because I feel that what is happening at the moment behind the scenes of everything, we don't know about, because we're not in the government level, we're not in big organizations. Unless you are, if you're in that level, you know deeper and wider what's happening. But me personally, I'm not in a hospital, I don't work in a hospital, I don't know the truth behind all that, I don't know what's going on in there. But if you have friends that work as doctors or nurses, ask them, how is it in the hospital? What is the truth in there? And is what the media telling us actually true? And I'm not saying they're lying. I'm just saying have an open mind, have an open heart, and always ask yourself, how does this feel within me, in me? Because that is where the truth lies a lot of times. Your feelings, your emotions will give you lots of answers on whether it sits well with you or it doesn't sit well with you. And understand that a lot of times that can get confused, and there can be some complexity around it because of our belief systems and our mind getting in the way. So it's important to understand that, realize that, and notice whether is it your mind speaking and your logic at this moment because of everything that you know about all the things that you know or what's happening around it, or is it your, deeper essence of yourself. Now, this may not resonate for some of you. You may not be at that stage and realizing it, and it's so much easier for you to go by what is given to you, and that is okay. You're at that stage. I'm just inviting you and encouraging you to look a little bit deeper at times and just notice how it is sitting well, and does it feel like the truth. That is one way of discovering your own personal truth and why you're here and what your mission is and what you want to create in this world, because we all have a part to play in this world, whether it's big or small. But at the end of the day, it's no big or small. We all are a piece of a puzzle that we create every single day. It doesn't matter if we're 1 million people or 6 and 7 billion people. We all have a say, we all have a part in this world, and I feel that is important for us to recognize and understand, and realizing that, you know what, you are important, you are special, you are unique, so am I. We are all important, unique, special. It's best not to compare with each other. It's not best to compete with each other. It's best to just see everyone's point of view and take what we feel resonates with us at that particular time. And that can always, always, always change, because we go through a process and we go through a growing and expanding situation, or time, allows us to heal, and we unblock those blockages that we've experienced in the past, and we just rediscover and recreate ourselves. So listen to your deep essence, your deep intuition, your heart, and combine it with the mind. Put the logic into it if you want to, that's always helpful, but don't always believe what others tell you until you yourself have asked your inner knowing or your inner world, your deep part of yourself that always knows the truth, and start speaking your truth, whether it's in your immediate family and friends or whether that is out in the public. But know, the more public you are in something, the more you will experience people giving their opinion. So be prepared for that, giving their opinions and maybe even attacking you if that's not their belief system. And be prepared that that might be the case, because you know what? They also have an opinion, as I said. They have a belief system and they have their own truth. So up to you. If you feel confident and capable and ready to be going out there in public and sharing your truth, do it. Why not? More people will learn from that. So the people that in some way will attack you, as we may see it, may just be like 10 people out of 100. So just be with the 95 that don't, just be with the ones that you feel you want to give your energy at. And I think that is my message today. Speak your truth, be with your truth, ask yourself, is this true for me? And is this my truth? It will always change. And I'm sending you my gratitude, my blessings, my love, my connection. And yeah, I feel really amazing at these times. Personally, because I am doing the work that I'm doing for myself to be in this space and not going into the fear-based stuff. So yeah, I'm actually enjoying it, and I enjoy my walks, and I'm enjoying my connection with people virtually, and whether we can meet one-on-one, because we have different rules here in Australia. You can go with a friend for a walk, and keeping your social distancing. So, at times I have done that, and we keep our distance and we can chat the same way, the same time. So I'm really grateful. I'm really blessed, and yeah, passing it on to you. Take some of it and be with it. Breathe into that. Okay, sending you my love. Bye.